It's called the Mother of Parliaments, and it has a history going back centuries. But for years there have been problems with the House of Commons. People are fed up with expenses scandals and jobs for life for MPs. People want a better way to choose who represents them in Parliament.
On the 5th of May, a referendum will be held that will give you a chance to vote for change. You will be able to choose between sticking with the old way of electing MPs or opting for a new system, one that will sweep away seats for life for MPs, make them more accountable to you, and make them work harder. So if you want to know more about how the new system could work better, let's compare the old way of electing MPs with the proposed new system.
Blogstown North constituency was held by the House Party at the general election with a majority of 1,000 over the Garden Party. Yet despite winning, far more people voted for the other parties than voted for the House Party. In Blogstown North, the winning post was 20,000, even though nearly double that number did not vote for the winner. Under the old system, your vote only counted if you happened to vote for the candidate with the single largest number of votes. What would happen if we make it harder for MPs to be elected by requiring them to receive at least half the votes cast? In Blogstown North, that will mean a finishing post of 28,000 votes. Instead of putting a cross against the candidate of your choice on your ballot paper, you would number the candidates according to how strongly you feel they will do a good job as MP for the area. If no candidate has a majority of first preference votes, the bottom candidate drops out and his or her votes are reallocated according to their next preferences. This keeps happening until a candidate receives over half the votes cast. In this case, the defending MP has worked hard in the constituency. That has ensured he had a wider base of support than just his own party and helped to get him re-elected. The neighbouring constituency of Blogstown East has been held by the House Party for decades. David Duckhouse has been their MP for 25 years, but residents hardly ever see him in the constituency. He's difficult to contact, and he got caught up in the expenses scandal after spending thousands of pounds of taxpayers' money on doing up his London home. Mr. Duckhouse was treating his position as a well-paid job for life. So what happens if we apply the new voting system to his constituency? Whilst Mr. Duckhouse picks up the votes of his committed party supporters, very few others are prepared to give him a second or third preference. The result is that far more votes transfer to the Garden Party candidate than to him. People have found a way to rid themselves of a poor MP.
On the 5th of May, you will get a chance to vote for a fairer voting system. So if you want MPs who have to work harder, if you want to do away with seats for life for MPs, and if you want to give people more say over who represents them in Parliament, then vote yes on the 5th of May.